Welcome back to the 23rd in the 21st Century Project, Pioneering Preservation. Come along as we explore how the 23rd President Benjamin Harrison has had a lasting impact on the functions of our American government, influenced historical events, and how his actions are relevant today in the current debates and situations of the 21st century. Today, there are 428 national park sites within the National Park Service, a government organization committed to nature conservation and preserving important cultural sites. This mission of preservation in America can be traced back to the mid-1800s when politicians started making the environment a focus. In 1864, President Abraham Lincoln signed into law an act that protected the land and nature of the Yosemite Valley, making the state of California the owner and overseer of this land. California was required to keep the Yosemite Valley for public use, resort, and recreation, inalienable for all time. It wasn't until 1906 that Yosemite was transferred over to the protection of the federal government. Ulysses S. Grant established Yellowstone National Park in 1872, becoming the nation's first official national park. This nature preserve helped inspire similar conservation policies during President Harrison's time in office, as he loved visiting Yellowstone. Harrison was one of the first presidents to create national parks and enact policies that protected land. The park system was later cemented and expanded by presidents like Theodore Roosevelt and Woodrow Wilson. Harrison's strides with national parks started in 1890 with the creation of Yosemite, Sequoia, and General Grant National Parks. Although General Grant would later become Kings Canyon, these sites are known for their beauty. President Harrison was a friend to animals as well, creating some of the first wildlife refuges in states like Alaska. As the first president to preserve a prehistoric cultural site with the creation of the Casa Grande Ruin Reservation in Arizona, Harrison proved to be no stranger to preserving history either. But how was the president able to declare these areas national reserves? After excessive logging and disagreement about public land and forests increased before and during his term, Harrison introduced the Forest Reserve Act of 1891. This policy stated that the president may set aside and reserve land to protect for public use. This policy was used 17 times during his administration, preserving 13 million acres of American land. With this act and his commitment to the environment and wildlife, Harrison stood as a pioneer for preservation and opened doors for future conservation efforts. This leads us to where we are today in our nation's preservation mission. Thanks to the Forest Reserve Act of 1891, the President and the National Park Service can grow the existing national park system. Within the last 5 years, 3 new reserves have been added to the park system. In 2020, New River Gorge National Park and Preserve in West Virginia was added to the list. Additionally, in 2019, the New Mexico White Sands and the Indiana Dunes were dubbed national parks. Today, in the 21st century, these 3 new parks are open for exploration. These preservations, along with all the others established under the National Park Service, serve as a glimpse of the 23rd president's legacy and the American government's commitment to safeguarding natural wonders. In a time where we are increasingly aware of the importance of the earth around us, we can look back in history to find the pioneers of preservation and see what we can do to protect and enjoy our environment in the 21st century.